Good morning, boys. I hope you had a restful weekend and that you are ready to begin working on. Today we're going to do STAAR ALT Practice, so hopefully you are ready to begin working on STAAR ALT. So we are Monday today, so the calendar's a little off. However, we already did questions 17 and 18. So today, we are going to do questions 19 and 20. Those are our last questions for STAAR ALT. Then we will start off with something new. So I know it's a little off. It should say Monday. However, we already did 17 and 18. We are going to do our last two questions, which are 19 and 20. So to start off, let's find those questions. It should look like this. So we always start with math, so it should look like this. You have two tables, and do not forget to write your name on the top and the date. Today is April 12, 2021 on the right top corner. And it says, these tables show factors and solutions. The middle column shows the process. Find the table that shows factors that are squared. So they want you to find which one are squared. So here, this is our factor, and here's our solution. And here is the process, like what are we going to multiply, and over here it's going to tell you your answer. Your solution is your answer. So, and here your factors, this is going to be the first numbers. And as you see, like here they're multiplying by the same one, here they're multiplying by the same number. The only thing that is changing is the factor in the beginning and whatever your solution is. So they want to know what they want you to find the table that is squared. So we have three answer choices right here, and we are going to find which one is squared. So this one, let's go through letter A. It's 2 times 1 equals 2, 3 times 1 equals 3, 4 times 1 equals 4. Letter B is 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 2 is 6, 4 times 2 is 8. And here we have 2 with the exponent of 2 is 4, 3 with the exponent of 2 is 9, and 4 with the exponent of 2 is 16. So out of these three questions, can you tell me which one is squared? Which one? To begin with, a square number is always going to look like this. So I'm going to put it right here. And a square number, it's like putting 2, that's too small, with like a 2. However, it's supposed to be on the top. I can't make it but you see how there's a big number and then there's a small one? However, it's supposed to be up here, boys. Let me see if I can write it instead of and no, it's not gonna let me. Okay, but that's what squared means. It's just that you will have a number on the top. So you can have 2, so say it's like big 2, and then you're going to have a smaller number on the top of it It could be any number, but that means that you're going to multiply this big number by how many numbers it's here. So here they're telling you 2, so you would put 2 times 2 would be 4. If you have a 2, say they give you another one and they want you to find 3 with like the square of 4. It just means you're going to multiply 3 4 times. You're going to multiply 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. That is what that means. So they want you to find the answer that looks like that. So does this look like that? No, right? Here they're just multiplying just regularly. They're multiplying 2 times 1. It's like your multiples of 1. The only thing that is changing is a factor. And here they're just going by 1. So no, that cannot be your answer. How about here? Does this look like a squared number? No, right? Good job. Here it's the same thing as up here. They're multiplying by 2's, boys. So there's no squared being used here. How about here? Is a square being used? Yes, we have our little number over here on the top. I know over here mine is in the bottom. However, this is very similar to this. This does not look like this, nor does it look like this. It is it looks more like this. Squared, it just means that it's a little number on the top. So and like I said, you're just multiplying it. You're just multiplying. So it would be 2 times 2. It's telling you how many times you're going to multiply that number. So here you have a 2 on the top. So that means that you would multiply 2 times 2. Here you have the number 3, and it gives you a 2. So that means you would multiply the 3 2 times. So 3 times 3. And then here, how many times are you going to multiply the 4? 2 times. So that's the same thing. 4 times 2. The top number is just telling you how many times you are going to multiply this big number right here. However, you were correct. This is our answer. It is the one that has squared into it. So it would be letter C. Now question number 20. The formula of the area of a square is side times side or side square. This square has an area of 36 units. So here they're telling you to find the area of a square, you have to multiply side times side, which equals side square. So, which equals the area of a square. So remember how I told you, the exponent when you're squaring, you're just multiplying whatever this big number is by how many times it's telling you up here. So here they're telling you that side square, you just multiply side times side, depending on the number they give you, which will give you the amount of area. Here they gave you the amount of area. It's 36 units. Now let's find out what they want us to know. So it says, find the equation that represents the area of a square. So which one is the same thing as what they're telling you up here? So is it 18 times 2 equals 18 squared, which is 36? Or is it 6 times 6, which is the same thing as 6 squared, which also equals 36? Or is it 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9, which equals 9 with squared 4, which equals 36? Which one of these is telling us the correct way of getting the area of square? So to start off, we know that you always multiply the same side times side, right? The number here does not change. It's just telling you here how many times to do it. However, here it's going 18 times 2. Is that the same thing as the square? Are you supposed to multiply this by 2? No, right? Good job. You're supposed to multiply this 2 times. So you would have, if this were correct, it would have been 18 times 18 because it's 2. 2 times. You're supposed to do the 18 twice. So that cannot be our answer. How about this one? 6 times 6 equals 6 squared, which is 36. Yes, right? It makes sense because the 6 you're supposed to multiply twice, which gives you the 36. And then if you do it, 36 times 6 does give you 36. So this can be our answer. And our last one. Are we adding? Did we ever mention anything about adding here? No, right? So this cannot be our answer. So our answer here is letter B. Good job. And now we're going to go into English. So here it says, here is more about Carter and Katie. There are quotation marks in the underlined sentence. So it says, Carter is happy to have a good friend to do his homework with. Carter asks, Katie, what other changes do you think will help me do better in school? Then it says, exclamation mark, question mark, or quotation mark. So this is an exclamation mark, this is a quotation mark. I mean a question mark, and these are quotation marks. Find the punctuation used in the underlined sentence to let the reader know Carter is talking to Katie. So here, in this underlined sentence, what gives it away that which marks, whether it's this one, or this one, is letting you know that Carter is asking Katie something? Is it the exclamation mark, the question mark, or the quotations? How do you know how do you know Carter is talking to Katie? To begin with, look, if we pay attention here, do we even have an exclamation mark here, boys? No, right? So can that be your answer even if it's not even on the question, on the sentence, I'm sorry? No, how can that be your answer if it's not even there? So that should not be your answer. How about a question mark? Is a question mark letting you know that Carter is talking to Katie? To begin with, what are question marks used for? How about let's enter that first. So we know that question marks are used for when you're asking a question at the end of the sentence. However, are they asking you that here? They want you to find the punctuation that is used to let the reader know that Carter is talking to Katie. So yes, Carter asked a question to Katie, and yes, you should have ended with a question mark. However, they're not asking you that. They want you to know, how do you know Carter is talking to Katie? And our quotation marks. When we put quotation marks, it's because we are saying something to someone. So, does that let you know that Carter is talking to Katie? Yes, right? So this is our answer. Now, our last part here. Here is more about Carter and Katie. The underlined sentence is missing quotation marks. So it says, Carter realizes that he is not paying attention in class. He also forgets to write down the homework assignment. Carter knows that when he sits in the back of the classroom, there are too many distractions. Katie says, Carter, you may focus better in class if you sit in the front. So they're telling us that we're missing quotation marks. And what are quotation marks? They're these little things right here. They're just they're quotation marks that we put when somebody is saying something. Quotation marks look like this. me make this bigger. That's what quotation marks